For V12 upgrades, it depends which model you have. For a DB9, we can evolve that car to more or less replicate DBS. If you've got DBS, then we can more or less evolve that car to replicate a Vanquish 565 spec car. Let's just go into those a little bit more in detail. When DB9 came out, the handling was differentiated away from V8 Vantage, so it was a bit wallowy. Its suspension is underdamped, oversprung, which gives that crashy, slow speed harshness, but yet at speed the car isn't predictable and stable in a bend. So we have electronic adaptive suspension system and undersurface trays which stiffen up the chassis rails of the VH platform, and with stiffer chassis with electronic damping, that more or less evolves the DB9 up to a DBS. Our exhaust manifolds and catalyst package with high lift inlet cams is approximately 80 bhp, so that gets the 450 DB9, surpassing DBS in terms of performance. And then the only thing a DB9 needs to totally equal a DBS will be a big front brake kit, just so that you don't experience brake fade, which is quite easily to encounter on standard DB9. We then come on to V12 Vantage and DBS, and because the brakes are carbon, because the suspension is pretty much sorted on those cars, then typically we don't do anything to those systems on those particular models, and all we do for those cars is the high lift inlet cams, exhaust manifolds and cats to get power from the 510 bhp up to approximately 590, 600. Then we come on to DB9.2, 2013 model year DB9, which was 510 horsepower, and the 565 Vanquish engine. The DB9 was electronically limited to 510. We have some remapping which easily gets a DB9 up to the 565 figure of the Vanquish, but we also put the primary catalyst decap to that package to exceed 565, or we can fit our manifolds and cats to get it up to the 600. And then with Vanquish S, or Vanquish at 565 bhp, we can give our manifolds and catalysts an EC remap to that and hit somewhere along the 600 to 620 mark on that car. So if you've got an earlier V12 model, there's lots and lots that we can do in every area of the car, and as the models progress, getting newer and newer, what we can offer is less and less, because ultimately what we're doing is evolving each V12 model to the pinnacle of when production ceased, which was the most evolved state that the factory released each car in.